Hey guys, Carlo here. Today we're gonna talk about how to do copy for your Facebook ads that actually sell. So I'm gonna show you a 3-step simple formula that it's really effective in order so you don't complicate yourself so much like I wanna do the best copy ever, because we truly know that the copy is so important in a Facebook ad. Obviously, behind all the targeting, all the important technical stuff, let's say do you have everything just in point. You have your budget is perfect, your audiences are perfect, but your copy is lacking, everything is gonna fall down. So it doesn't matter how much effort you did for doing the best ad ever to sell a lot, to get a lot of engagement, a lot of clicks, a lot of buys, depending on your purpose. But wouldn't it be just sad just because of your copy, just because of one word? This is where copy gets really powerful. In the Facebook ads, you have so little space that each and every word matters a lot. So you need to research your power words. You need to research your avatar and your audiences in order to get their attention quick, because you have like 2 to 3 sentences before it says read more, so you need to interrupt their patterns first. So let's go. I'm gonna explain you the 3-step formula to write copy that actually sells. So first, you need shock and awe. You need to make them stop scrolling down for some reason that it's the right reason. Because if our only purpose will be to get people to stop and click, we will be scammers, right? We will be putting warning and putting like a lot of words and red signs and stuff, but we don't want everyone to click and to notice, because you're paying for it, right? It's paid traffic, so you don't want everyone clicking it. You want just the people that actually buy clicking. Okay, this is a really 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 important thing, guys. And it's really cool because nowadays targeting, it's so specific. Like Facebook ads are so specific that I see it like this. Imagine that you're a really really interested person in cooking. So rather than someone asking you, like, think about it, when someone asks you like, hey, how are the cooking classes going, you're really general. You're like, yeah, they're going great, and that's it. But what if someone asks you like, hey, how is the cooking class going? How is this specific dish going out? How this and this and this went out for you? And with Facebook, with all these cookies, with all these things, we can know specifically not just that you like cooking, but that you like cooking this specific recipe in these days and in this matter, in order to cook it for your friends, for your family. So it is really narrowed down and really specific. So we need to take advantage of all of this, to use the right words, to use the power words we need to get people attention and make them click. So step number 1, make a good headline. Make something that is shocking, that is awing people, that they're interrupting their patterns. In this case, the pattern is scrolling down and you want to interrupt it in the right way, and you want the people that doesn't matter to keep going down. So it's something in psychology, there's something that it's called the Zeigarnik effect, in which they figured that people actually, because way back we thought like you don't have to interrupt people so they get distracted. But no, now we realize that when you interrupt some process, something that it's not complete, you actually get more motivated to get it, because somehow in our head, in our psychology, we are so bothered by seeing stuff that is incomplete that we have this urge to complete stuff. If you see like a circle that it's not completed, you're urging to complete it. Like just like this puzzle, you see you have this urgency to find that piece in order to be complete, because we are constantly looking for being complete ourselves. That's part of our ego, our psychology, that we always want to complete stuff. So in this case, we can use it to arise some curiosity and put some dot dot dot, some curiosity, something that people need to complete. Doesn't have ever happened to you when you're like, I know this song name or this name or someone, and you can't remember, and you spend your whole day thinking like what it was, and thinking and thinking and thinking until you figure out what was the name. You're at peace, right? You're like, oh, okay, now I can rest. I completed that. So we can use that in our favor. Step two, put the problem. Like, I see problems as fires. Like, people are running around there with a fire inside of them. Like, they have this urge, this problem, this really specific problem in a really specific place. So you need to put out the problem, exaggerate it a little bit, and then give them a solution, the fire extinguisher. So I'm gonna show you guys some examples that you can see in the ads manager, because I've seen that a lot of people explaining this, but they don't actually go inside the ad manager and show you example. I just did this example, so if you see this, that was like a fan page that I made. So this thing that I'm selling, all of this copy, all of these images are not mine. I don't have the copyright for it, just to be clear. So this is a thing that you can put in your door in order to push it with your feet, so you don't have to touch the doorknob with all these viruses and germs that nowadays. So I took the approach of saying like, this is going to be sold for companies, not specifically for individual people, but for companies that want to put it in their doors. So new simple way to avoid spreading germs in your business. Like, what? That seems interesting. Like, simple way. The word germs and the word spreading nowadays is a really strong one, because no one wants to spread the virus, right? Then you say doorknobs are the true enemy, and here is where it's gonna look like click here to learn more. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, usually here is where it says click here to read more, and then you put the problem. They have live bacteria for hours, and we are all forced to touch them. That's the key here, the word forced, because everyone is forced. If you want to go to the bathroom, if you want to go to the next room, you kind of get forced to touch this thing that you don't want, because it can have a lot of germs and things. So stop all contact with the step and pull, and you give the product. You don't have to put it right there. You have to give them a reason and then the product. This is for me, that's the best picture ever. You might look at it and you're like, isn't that good, but the cool thing about Facebook ad or ads in general is that you don't need like awesome creative, like a studio creative for a lot, a lot of money and these lights and the perfect lighting and the perfect model. Shockingly, with the ads that I've seen that work the best are the ones that are from regular people, just like a word, like a photo for someone using it. That's the best case ever. Someone using the product. So here you can see someone stepping in the thing, and you can see the doorknob from the bathroom. For me, this is the perfect one. So if step and pull are looking at this, you should use these guys, or you should also use this one. This is a really, really good example. You see someone using the product. What is the action that you want them to take? Be really clear. Use a really clear URL. Try not to be like a really weird one, just like stepandpull.com, and that's it. A clear one, and then a clear call to action. Is way better if you just use one call to action, because if you divide it in more calls click is way less. So just one simple action happen. So I put click shop now to get yours. So guide them, have them by the hand. For me, it's like a whole experience. Like an ad goes to a million people, but you need to make them last. You're talking to one person at a time. You're taking them by the hand, and make sure that the web page they're taken to, it's really clear, that it has the really clear steps, that it's not like a huge web page and they need to look for the product. No, put the right link for the right thing that you want them, or welcome them even if it's like a service product. Another example that I did here, guys, is for, let's say they were selling a service, because that was a product, now we're selling a service. So this service is to get freedom, to stop working in a 9 to 5 and get your own freedom, get your own money and be free. So I put tired of working 6.5 hours for a company that doesn't care about you. You might be wondering why 6.5 hours. That's because people, their pattern gets interrupted more when they see odd numbers. They see numbers that are weird, that they don't ever see. I know this one is not an odd number, but they see numbers that are weird, because who works 6.5 hours, right? It's pretty weird. So you get their attention, and then you poke the problem, like the company doesn't care about you. You might have that fire going on for you, and then this probably says click here to learn more, and then every company works towards their own interest, with or without you. You see, you're shaking the problem up. Stop chasing other people's dreams and start walking towards yours. Okay, and then you put the product. The Copywriting Academy is the right step for you. Click here, blah blah. And this copy that was really, really good. It's from chartstock.com, it's not mine, and it represented quite well the thing. So the picture is really important. Like, besides the words, I actually don't like to admit it, but actually pictures and the images are way more powerful than the actual words. I'm a copywriter, and obviously that hurts, but that's the truth. And we're gonna see some cool examples. If you go to any page that it's running ads on Facebook, they have a transparency, page transparency tab, where you can see all of their ads and you can hack them. You can not copy them exactly, obviously, but you can get an idea of what is working out. Because if you don't have millions of dollars to test, you can see at them. So what we can notice here, guys, is they use a lot of emojis. They use a really good picture. You see, this picture by itself probably sells. It doesn't even matter that much the copy above, but if you notice it, there's copy in the picture. Together we're feeding America. That's all you need. Like, people are gonna, okay, I want to help, I want to feed America, boom, click, that's it. So the sad truth, but it works. People using the things. If you remember one of the persuasion principles that I explained in my other videos, it's that social proof, that seeing someone using it, someone that it's like you. Obviously, their target audience probably are like women from 18 to 26 that are young, that are like in this hippie kind of vibe. So you need someone that represents your audience using the product in this way. You get kind of persuaded, because you think like, if they do it, if they look like this, then I am going to look like them also. That's the thing, guys. That's what happens. Like, if you see just this, you see like, okay, it's a pretty necklace, it's a pretty bracelet, but you can't imagine yourself being it, using it. How are you gonna look? So when people see pictures like this, they imagine like, okay, I'm gonna look exactly like that, because, and people are gonna look me like that, because when you are wearing stuff, you kind of forget through the day, right? But you are safe. You know that people are gonna look you in this cool way, in this way like she does, because you can't, like, you can see yourself in the mirror for sure, but in social circumstances you can't see yourself from the outside. So you can see it here, like, okay, this is how am I gonna look, and I like it. That's the psychology behind. So if you want to make good copy, I use the 3-step formula. It's gonna work really good. I also recommend look at other companies ads and other people that are doing the same ads. See the little details, guys. The details are the key here. So I hope you enjoy it. If you want to see more free trainings in the future, please subscribe. I also do free content. I like to help people out. And also, if you want, I kind of challenge myself into doing 101 headlines from 101 different niches. And I made a free PDF, so if you want to see it down below, that's completely free. You just need to sell me your soul. Just kidding, just put your email. If you don't want to, that's totally okay. You can send me a DM and I'll send it to you. So thanks for your time and see you back tomorrow.